Welcome to lesson 61 of numbers and operations. Find the original number or the base. Okay, our objective. Okay, so we're getting right into it. Go back a couple of videos where we started this. I think it was find the percentage part 1, and you had the original equation. So now I'm just going to assume that you know the equation from watching the previous videos. Okay, so let's deal with the setup. So 60% times what number, I don't know, let's put a question mark, is equals. This is our setup. Of means multiply, is mean equals. So now 60% of what number equals 12? And so I'm going to convert everything on a page. So 60% is 0.6 times a question mark equals 12. We know that we have to divide by 0.6, divide both sides by 0.6, and a question mark equals, so let's do the math. 0.6 goes into 12. Now, this right here is not a whole number, so we have to make it a whole number. All numbers have a decimal point at the end, and we have to move it over however many times we moved over the divisor. Put a 0 in the hump, and here we go. 6 goes into 12 two times. 2 times 6 is 12. Subtracting 0, 0. So 60% of 20 equals 12. And we know if we do 0.6 times 20, we should get 12. So you can check that on your own. Let's look at our next example. So taking out the middle. 30% of the county's middle school sent bands to the event. How many middle schools are in the country? Or in the county, I should say. And we're looking for our other numbers, but our first word is 6. 6 is actually a number. So we want 30% of 6. 6 times 30% equals how much? Now, you're saying, Mr. Walls, where's the is? R. Am, is, are, were, be, being, and been is all the same word. It's just different forms. Well, it's the same verb. It's just different forms of is. So 6 times 30% equals what? So 6 times 0.3 equals, so 6 times 3 is 18. And so we have 1.8. And we know that we cannot round off a school. So we're going to say, we're going to round that off to 2. Because you can't have 1.8 schools. You either have 1 school or 2 schools. And since 1.8 is closer to 2, we're going to say 2 schools. Okay, those are examples for today. I will see you at the end of the video for the recap. All right, 120%, 120% times what number equals 24. Turning this into a decimal, you get 1.2 times question mark equals 24. Divide both sides by 1.2 to get rid of the multiplication. And then question mark equals 24 divided by 12. Well, 24 divided by 12 is 2. If we move the decimal over, we know we have to move the decimal over and we get 20. But I'll do it out the long way to show you. 24, I had to move the decimal over, move it over. It goes right there. 2 goes into 12. 2 times 12 is 24. And then you put the 0 there because you got to go all the way to the decimals. And we saw that was 20. So 24 is bigger than 20, so I had bigger. Okay, Chan spent an hour working on an hour. It's 60 minutes. And why did I do that? Because I saw 24 minutes right here. So he spent 24 minutes outlining and the rest of the hour writing. How much did he spend writing? So now what you got to figure out is how much time, and there's no. So 60 minus 24 equals 36. 36 minutes is the time writing. So now we got to do 36 divided by 60 to give us the percentage. 60 goes into 36 0 times. We need a 0. Decimal point, 6 times 6 is 36. 0.6, he spent 6/10 of the time writing. 6/10 of an hour writing, times it by 100, gives us 60. So Chan spent 60% of the time writing and 40% of the time outlining. Okay, 40% for the 6 bands. Of the bands, 40% are performing for the first time. If 6 bands are performing for the first time, how many bands? So we have how many bands times 40% equals 6. Because you can't put the 6 and the 40% together because they're both first time. So how many bands times 40% will give you 6 bands performing for the first time? So how many times 0.4 multiplied by 0.4 equals 6. Divide everything by 0.4 so they cancel out. Question mark, 6 divided by 4. Make that a whole, make that a whole. That goes in once. For 25 times. So out of 15 bands, 6 is 40% of 15. Okay, so now that is another application of percentages. Please go back and watch this whole series of videos. If I moved a little too fast, back in the earlier videos, you would have saw the vocabulary a little bit more defined for you. So thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you on the next video.